the competitive action's getting back up and running once again. So how are you feeling, and how much are you looking forward to the season ahead?
Like any manager, staff and then players, just get back to the club and getting going again is nice. And it's good to get through the pre-season friendlies as well, and then you come to the competitive stuff. So, looking forward to it. We took the choice that we were going to have more rest and shorter pre-season to see how it worked, because I couldn't take the gamble like happened last year when we played the playoffs and we got so many injuries last year. We definitely think a lack of rest was a factor in it. I'm not going to say everything, but it was a factor in how we picked up so many injuries. So we took the rest and we've had a small pre-season. So looking forward to the game. The boys look fit, so we'll see what happens Saturday against Bonnyrigg. So the pre-season friendlies are over. We're looking forward to the competitive action, like any manager, as I said.
And during that time, we saw yourself signing a new deal. How pleased were you to commit your future to Inverness?
It was great. It was great to finally get it over the line, and then commit my future. Of course, that's I wanted to stay here, and I said to the players after the Scottish Cup final, after the ball was kicked and I had them in the dressing room, I told them I had signed a new contract and they were a big factor in it, and that was from the heart. That's the way I felt. I loved working with them. We lost a couple which I knew we were going to do. I knew we were going to add a couple, and the boys in that journey, and the journey getting to the playoffs the year before, was a huge factor in why I wanted to stay here and see if we could get a smoother run this season in terms of injuries, having a go to see where we end up in the league as well. So huge factor was the players that were already here and the ones who were committed to staying. I felt as if, probably if I'd said, right, that's enough, I felt as if I'd have been deserting them, because we've come a long way.
And you have lost a couple that you've added to the squad as well. I mean, how pleased are you with the additions that you've made, and are you looking to strengthen further?
We probably slightly like, I would like to add in maybe another couple of positions, but we'll be taking our time with those, because I filled up last year and other players became available, so we've struck the balance in that one as well. I'm really happy with the boys we've brought in. We've lost some good players, as you know, Jay Henderson, Robbie Dees, Scott Allardyce, hard to replace, but I think the ones we've brought in is close to doing that, and hopefully they can show the Inverness fans that in the pitch. It's as simple as that, really, but we're ticking along nicely when it comes to the ones we've brought in and the ones we hope we're bringing in the future.
And as you say, a couple of great seasons, but you haven't got to, back to the Premiership where you want to be. How are you feeling ahead of this season in terms of that, and how confident you are, and having that experience last season, as you say, having the injuries, maybe playing things a little bit differently in the build up to the season?
I agree with all those things you're saying. They are a group that are well capable. I know with what they can do, and if we get our fair share of luck and no pick up too many injuries, then I think looking at the way it's developed, although we've just failed in the last couple of seasons in terms of doing what we want to do, and that's hopefully get back to the Premier League, whether it was through the playoffs the first season or just missing out the playoffs that season. I think the getting into the playoffs the season before and that Scottish Cup final has got to give the players that confidence that they're a good team, they're a good unit, and that's what we've got to work on. I've already spoken to them about the mindset when certain stages of the season that we're not at our best. We work even harder to grind out results, because that 1-3 points or that draw somewhere along the line when you're having your bad run, which every team has in this division, because you know what it's like, might just be the factor come the end of the season. It was the most important 3 points of the season. So working on the mindset of the players now, because I think they know how good a team they are. It's just about making it probably more consistent.
And the competitive action obviously starts on Saturday against Bonnyrigg. Does it come a little bit too quickly for Inverness, given that you gave them that little bit longer rest because their season finished so late?
hopefully not. I still want to progress in this competition. We have a home fixture against Bonnyrigg, which, if we're at our best, we have to make sure that we pick up the 3 points if we want to progress. And hopefully that gets us more game time. That's the way I'm looking at it. I had to make a straight choice. I was caught in between a rock and a hard place where, okay, do I give them another 2.5, 3 weeks off and we pick up all these injuries that really destroys our season again, or do I give them the required rest to just about, well, it was a month, and then bring them back and give them a shortened pre-season and hopefully still get through the cup? That was my mindset, and I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So I had to make sure that we weren't. You have to learn by things that happen, and when you sit back and analyse the season last season, I couldn't take that chance again by just giving them a couple of weeks off, 2.5, 3 weeks, and bring them back and we pick up those injuries. Not with the squads that the championship teams run with these days.
That's great, thank you, Billy.
Cheers.